Namaste. I am very happy to meet you all in the 23rd episode of Tapasya. Every stage is a learning, every performance is an experience. It makes the artist learn, grow, discover, realize, and sometimes react with spontaneity too.
Speaking of crisis management, you all should remember what happened during the Thiruvarur Natyanjali when we were dancing Latangi Varnam.
Yeah, I remember. We were performing with our seniors and Bhairavi Akka had to exit the stage with some reason. When Sheila ma'am asked one of us to substitute for her, we were totally blank.
But since Bhairavi had to exit the stage, we managed with 6 people, and it was also recorded music.
It was an open stage and we all didn't have the chance to meet and we didn't have the time to discuss on what to do, and it just happened.
As I entered the stage on Sheila ma'am's instruction to fill up Bhairavi Akka's place, and before I could catch up with their moves, Kameshwari Akka signaled me to exit.
We thought she'll come and join us because it was almost 20 minutes left for the Varnam to get over. But then she didn't turn up and we had to make managements on stage. I think it was an interesting experience for all of us. Though we were tensed, we really enjoyed covering up the whole situation and the crisis, yet maintaining the bhava of the song.
Without one member, they managed very well. That was awesome.
As Meeru said, we were on either sides of the stage, so there was no possibility of meeting and discussing what we could do. And I remember Sanjana was trying to tell me from something from the other side, but I couldn't understand what she was saying, and it was all on stage. I remember we were all trying to keep eye contact and we were maintaining the situation, I think, purely by wavelength.
We never thought about the last pose, but when the time came and we all aligned for the straight line, I think then only we all realized that, we didn't know what to do for the last pose.
So in the straight line, Meeru was sitting in front of me. I told her to go to the right side, but she ended up sitting in the center. I don't know why. I still remember Sthira was instructing me from the behind, like I should go to the left and Meeru should go to the right. But I had no idea when she sat in the center. I couldn't think of anything except for the Tiruvannamalai Thudi pose.
The best part of the Varnam was the last pose, which gave a fiery ending.
The whole Varnam was an excellent display of Manodharmam on stage, and it was really inspiring for all of us, right?
I so wish we could sit and watch that performance.
To be honest, you guys should thank me for giving you this experience.
I'm sure that Thiruvarur Natyanjali was a great experience for us, performing Latangi Varnam with the seniors team.
Hats off to our seniors.
Uncertainties are certain in any circumstance, and so is the case with any stage performance. The dancer has to be alert, smart, and instinctive to handle any situation of crisis on stage.
In 2010, when I performed a solo performance at Vani Mahal, I had a very interesting experience. I was performing the Varnam, and when the first half was getting over, my earring fell off. Usually during those times I had this routine of my earring falling off whenever I performed, and during that performance yet again my earring came off and I didn't know where it was fallen on stage, and I didn't care to look where it was on stage, and I accidentally stepped on it while I was dancing and it just went right into my foot. The stem was facing upwards and it went into my foot, and I had just 2-3 seconds of in that carvey in the Aridi. I had to just remove it using my other foot. I could hear ma'am's voice from the mic saying, do something, remove it, go out of the stage, take it off and then come onto the stage. But I was too scared to leave the stage because I was not experienced. I didn't know what to do. And I just took it off with the other foot and continued the Varnam and managed to complete it.
In the case of a group performance, whether accompanied by live musicians or recorded music, the dancers have to be extra alert and channelize a presence of mind to the fullest. Ding da jum da ding da ding da jum da ka din da ding da jum da ding da ding da ding da ding da.
Ullanuda pankaj prapanchakalimapprabha malambu kantha kandaliru chiprabadha kandaram smarachidam purachidam bhavachidam mukhachidam rajachidanta kachidam tamanta kachidam bhaja akharva sarva mangala kalakadamba manjari rasapravaha madhuri vichindana madhuvrata स्मरान्तकं पुरान्तकं भवान्तकं मकान्तकं गजान्तकान्तकान्तकं तमान्तकान्तकं भजे.
Ding da ding da ding da ding da ka din da ding da jum da jum da jum da.
Ullanuda pankaj prapanchakalimapprabha malambu kantha kandaliru chiprabadha kandaram smarachidam purachidam bhavachidam mukhachidam rajachidanta kachidam tamanta kachidam bhaja.
Amdim takadimida gajanu vedanam மழையருவிகிணைது வரபாடும் மடியர் கழித்தாட இடது தூக்கிய நுதினமும் பாடல் பலவிதம் வலக்கை உடுக்கை பிடித்தே இசைக்கும் அழகில் முரளி மகிழ்ந்து வண்டங்கரும் ததிங்கிணத்தும் தச்சும் ததிங்கிணத்தும் ரேசு நிரபமுமை மகிழ குஜே தா குஜே ஜொனு தா குஜே திமி தா குஜே இறங்கி கனிந்தருள்வார் ஜெகன்மோகனே மயில் வாகனே சூரசம்ஹார வீர சங்கார வேல சிவபால பக்த பரிபாலசீல ஆறுமுக புகழ் மேரறியே.
Handling an unforeseen situation on stage can be an interesting experience for the dancer. Handling it with dignity and presence of mind is the true challenge.
I had an interesting experience during my last solo performance at Krishna Gana Sabha, where I performed Suddha Nrittam as the finale piece. Though it was performed to live music, Sheila ma'am and Guru Anna wanted to present the item with click track. So it was not just click track, the number of avartanams were fixed to click track, and there was no possibility of going beyond that fixed number. And since it was a traditional piece, Suddha Nrittam being a traditional piece, we thought we will present it in as a traditional manner as possible. And we tried to incorporate the traditional way of tying the bells also, salangai, where we didn't use the buckled salangai, rather we used the tying salangai. And it was the first time we tried that on stage, and it was very challenging to even tie the salangai. And it was a new experience for me dancing with that on stage. And somehow while I was dancing, I don't know if I stepped onto the thread, one of the salangais came off, the thread came off, and I realized it when I looked down accidentally, and I had to tie it immediately because I couldn't continue with the salangai which was coming out. And I had just 2 avartanams to tie it quickly because I can't extend the number of avartanams which was already recorded. So it was a very nail-biting experience for me.